so a very good evening, everyone. Today I have with me Miss Joslyn. She has been using doTERRA essential oils. She may be a new face to you. You may not have seen her before, but she has actually been using doTERRA essential oils since 2017. That started for usage on her son actually. So today she is going to share how she started using and what are the top 10 oils that she would recommend anyone to have at home. All right. So Jocelyn, over to you.
Okay, then no problem. Okay, can everyone see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, you can. Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jocelyn, and some people will call me Sophie, but most of them will call me Jocelyn. So today I would like to share with you my experience with doTERRA oil, which is the top 10 oils that I'm using now at home. Okay, what are essential oils? Essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are extracted from seeds, bark, stems, roots, flower, and leaf. And they are using the steam distill and cold press method to get the healing components. And all of these components, they are 50 to 70 times powerful than the herbs. And then what types of essential oils that we are having is we have 4 types. That is synthetic, food, therapeutic, and CPTG. Synthetic is essential oils that we usually can get it from a supermarket, or you can find it at pharmacies, where usually these synthetics, they use it as a perfume, where usually people will just get it easily because of the cost is very low and people doesn't mind getting it. And for some people who are very hypersensitive, just like me, I have a hyperallergy issue, no matter it's food intake or perfume, I will have reaction towards all these synthetic, and usually we don't advise to use it because they added those components which might be heavy metal or other substances like chemicals. And then the second type of EO is the food, which is generally recognized as safe by the FDA standards. And usually all these food EO, they can be used only for food, but they don't have any health benefit. Some might proclaim that they have a health benefit, but most of them, which is the food standards, are not health benefit. And then the third type is the therapeutic type, which they claim as health beneficial. However, use it wisely, because therapeutic type, there is differences is because some of them may have mixed with synthetical components or other chemical substances, which is not safe to use in a way. Okay, and the last one is the CPTG, and CPTG is linked to doTERRA essential oil, where doTERRA, they ensure each bottle of our essential oil is pure and free from contaminations with or others synthetic components. And doTERRA, they created this CPTG protocol is to make sure every batch of their oils are free from the contaminations and synthetic components. And if you want to check your bottles of the essential oil whether is CPTG, you can just go to the source2you.com and key in the batch number, which you can get it from your bottle underneath. Whenever you turn your bottle underneath, right, the essential oil, there is a batch of number which you can key into the source2you.com. The moment you key in this batch number, it will come out with the GCMS results, which is stand for the gas chromatograph mass spectrometry. And this is they will come up with a result to ensure it is safe to use and it is free from contaminations and synthetic fillers. And this is what you see when you use the source2you.com. And this number, batch number, is used by our essential oil is my essential oil, where underneath the bottle there is this number, and this number, it gives me this result. Whenever you key in the batch number, underneath of the source2u.com, there is a PDF file that you can click into it and download. And the moment you download and open it, you will see this result. It will show you the result of the essential oil. And this essential oil is my copaiba that I purchased. And this is the batch number. So it will show you the analysis and the results of the oil. And let's move on with the ways to use essential oil. I think most of us here, if you are members of doTERRA, you are very familiar with this picture, because this picture is our purchasing. That time we will saw the product with the information, and the information here, it will show you how to use the essential oils, which is the A, T, and N. A is aromatic, and T is where we can use it tropically, means that we can apply to our skin. And usually, no matter how I tell my members or my friends to use essential oil, I will tell them using a neat essential oil is the best, that we dilute it with coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil, because it will protect us from any burns, because neat essential oils from doTERRA, they are very potent. And the moment you, some of the essential oil like oregano, they are hot oils. The moment you use it without diluting, it will burn your skin, and it might cause sensitive reactions toward it. So I will always suggest, even though frankincense is a neat oil, which you can use it safely on your skin, but I will still advise to dilute it with fractionated coconut oil or other lotions or moisturizers that you are using. And this is how we're going to see how we're going to use it, which is A, T, and N. Some essential oil, they might show you S, which is you need to dilute for young or sensitive skin. And D is that you need to dilute it before you roll it on your skin, your hands, or your face. Okay. Another way of using it is by aromatically, which is you can inhale, or you can spray it all over your environment, like a pillow or pillowcase. And another way, the last way, is vaporizations. Inhale means that we can use our doTERRA diffuser. This is our center petal diffusers, which you can use 4 drops in the petal diffuser in a standard room. A standard room, we only use 4 drops. Some of my customers, they only use 2 drops when they find it very strong. So you can see how amazing doTERRA essential oil is, that it works wonders during for this petal diffuser, that where we doesn't need 4 drops. Sometimes we only need 2 drops to 4 drops. If let's say you have a bigger living room where it's like a combination of 2 standard rooms, then you might need to have 8 drops, 6 to 8 drops. And then like for peppermint, you can drop it on your palm and you just rub it and you put over your nose and mouth like that, and then you inhale and exhale. It will helps you also to calm down, especially with peppermint. You can just do it like that, and it will give you a very refreshing and cooling sensation during your hot time, or you feel stressed at the moment. And then the second one is the pillowcase, where just now I mentioned, you just drop a drop on your pillow, or you use a sprayer where you fill in with distilled water or normal clean water, then you just spray it all over the surrounding, then you can just sleep with it. The oil that I usually use on pillowcase is lavender piece. It helps me to calm down and go to bed easily, and this is one of the way of using it, other than petal diffuser. Then the third one is the vaporizations. For me, I have sinus issues, so sometimes whenever I have a stuffy nose, I will use either peppermint or easy air. I tried before on vaporizations away. It helps to smooth my breathing very fast, easily recover from the sinus symptoms. It helps me to support better whenever I have the sinus attack. So this is the way of using aromatically using the doTERRA essential oil. And the third one, other than aromatically, we can use, sorry, this by right is tropical. You can use fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated coconut oil is the one that I earlier mentioned, that you mix your neat essential oil into the coconut oil and you apply it to your hand or your legs, even your body. And then at the same time, you can use lotion or moisturizer, where you usually after you you wash your face already, you can use your lotion or moisturizer with 1 drop of the essential oil, then you apply it to your skin. You can either use tea tree, lavender, or let's say geranium. All this can be added into your lotion or moisturizer for your daily use. And another is you can add into your massage oil. Some people will use avocado oil. Some people have those special massage oil where they use it to massage their whole body after bath. You can add those essential oils, your favorite essential oil, into it, and you apply it to your body. And the third way is using the spray, balm, shampoo, or conditioner. You can add those essential oil into it also as your personal care products. It helps to give you the essential oils benefit in it. Okay, let's move on. And here is our top 10 essential oil where we're going to talk about it today, which is frankincense, lavender, tea tree, lemon, peppermint, oregano, digestion, on guard, easy air, and deep blue. Sorry. This digestion recently have been renamed as Genjas in Malaysia due to the policy from our government. So they have to change the labeling and the name of the product. It's just like tea tree is also Melaleuca previously. They have already changed it to suit our country's government policy, even for easy air. And let us move on. For the first oil, we were going to talk about frankincense. Frankincense is a king of oil. I believe everyone knows that, and it's an oil of truth. It's an oil for our cellular health system. It helps to support our cellular health system over from head to toe, no matter it's your head, your hand, your body, or your legs. It helps you to support most of the things that you are facing. Like let's say you are unsure that what are you facing. Actually, you can use frankincense to deal with it. Even like me myself, I use frankincense to help with my sensitive skins and helps my son for his bedtime. Because due to my son, he has a congenital heart defects, and he has a lifelong journey with his warfarin medication. So actually he has some issues, like he has frequent headaches, and he have how to say, discomfort stomachs, and he feel body ache sometimes. Then so after knowing it, I use frankincense with lavender. I mix together and I massage on his temple, head, and neck. Actually, he told me that after I applying it, he feel good. He don't feel so how to say, discomfort on his head, and he feel better. He feel lighter in a way, his face. And I find out that the moment I apply frankincense with lavender on his temple, head, and neck, back of the neck, he says that he feel whenever he sleep the time, he feel so easily go into the bed, and he won't feel so fussy about it, because he will get fussy when he unable to sleep well. So this is one of the way of using frankincense. At the same time, frankincense can be added into our facial lotion or moisturizer, and even gel. You can just drop 1 drop or 2 drop into it, and you just apply it. It will give you a very refreshing and good sensations of it. At the same time, it helps to support our brain and memory. And then the moment you want to go for a prayer and you or meditations, you can use frankincense also. You can diffuse it or you can apply it. Just like I shared just now, you can apply it over your temple, your head, and your back of your neck. It helps. It really helps to focus and give you the confidence in it. It helps to boost up the confidence in it. Even sometimes when I want to do some work, I need to be focused and I feel very nervous. I will just diffuse it, frankincense, with others oil. It gives me the confidence in it. And at the same time, frankincense do boost our mental health, which is our mood. It helps to bring out our confidence and we don't feel disconnected from it, and they help to protect our overall system in our body. These are the frankincense. And let's us move off with lavender. Lavender, like I said, when you combine it with the frankincense, it not only helps with sleeps for my sons and me lah. It actually helps in focusing also. Even though lavender people say it's for sleeping, but then I find that whenever in daytime, when you diffuse lavender, it actually helps to calm you down. It helps to calm your emotions and it helps you to stay focused in a way. But then in some cases, some people are very stressed out. I find that for the first few times they diffuse, they might find it's quite challenging for them to deal with it. The moment they get used to it, they will come back to me. Joslyn, you told me that way actually it helps me. It helps me to stay focused and I feel better. I don't feel so stressful and I don't feel so nervous after using the lavender. These some of my friends share with me their ways of using lavender and their experience with it. And then at the same time, whenever you have skin rashes, you can use lavender to apply over it. It will help to soothe down the itchiness on the skin. And then at the same time, it will help to recover faster also. Even for lavender, when for me as a sensitive skin, I have allergy, I use lavender to bath in my own shampoo. I find that it helps to recover faster also, not so itchy during the daytime. Even with, now we are so heavily used with sanitizer. Actually, sanitizer are very bad for us people who have allergy. So I find that lavender really helps to soothe down all the skin's sensitivity a lot. It helps to support it and helps to calm down everything. No matter is even though lavender is famous for mood sleeps, but it also helps with skins. Okay, let's move on with tea tree. I believe everyone know what is tea tree, and we are very familiar with it also. For tea tree, it not only helps us with facial wash, it also helps to protect our skin, clean off the blemishes, and it helps to helps the skin with the pimples recover faster, because tea tree have the antibacterial agent that helps to clean up the skin surfaces and internally too. At the same time, if you diffuse tea tree, it will help to purify the air and it will help to boost our immune system also. Even for people who have the nails, they find it is very dirty or whatever, or they have some sort of growing, they can use tea tree to apply over it. It helps to recover. It helps recovery also. And then there is some sharing that using tea tree with kutu, means lice, it helps to shoo them away in a way like that. There are people's members who will share with me that using tea tree with kutu or lice, but then I never experienced it, so I can't really tell you my experience. But then this is others members sharing about kutu with tea tree. And then at the same time, I do use tea tree to rinse my mouth. Even for my child, whenever as a growing child, they have teeth growing, so they will they will, how to say, the old teeth, the milk teeth will drop and they have a new teeth come out. So to prevent any ulcers or bad bacteria inside, I will use tea tree for my child to rinse his mouth with clean water. Because why do I use tea tree with water on my child is because my boy has congenital heart defects. So dental care is very important for him because our mouth is a place where a lot of viruses and bacteria in it, and it will link to our heart and give us some issue. So to protect his health and support his heart health, I use tea tree for his mouth caring. Even though I'm using On Guard toothpaste for him, I still use tea tree whenever he has an ulcer or he has a new teeth and the old teeth drop off. This is my experience. I'm using it. Okay, and at the same time, tea tree also gives respiratory supports. Whenever you diffuse it or you inhale, exhale it from the bottle, you will find that it's very refreshing and it will give you a cool sensation through your throat and your mouth. It will lift your mood up also. Okay. Okay, let us move on with lemon. Lemon, we are very famous, like even though we don't use essential oil lemon, I believe that most of us have heard about lemon with apple cider vinegar or lemon water to help to detox during the morning time before we have our breakfast. And I do use lemon for my morning practices also now. Previously, I use lemon from supermarket, the real lemon. I slice it and I mix into my water and apple cider vinegar. But nowadays, I use doTERRA lemon to help my for my morning practices where I add into my water and then I take it. So it helps me the whole day. Then it actually lemon also good for our kidney and gallbladder, supporting the health of it. And it helps to break down the mucus and it helps to support digestion also. Not only that, if you, let's say you have something to clean off, like labeling on glass bottle or plastic bottle that you want to recycle it, you can use lemon actually. You can just drop the lemon onto the label and wait for a moment and you rub it off and it will go off easily. Rather than when you peel it off, all the sticky residue will stick on your hands or your glass. No matter how you wash it, it will not drop. By using the lemon, actually it works wonders in a way you can remove it easily. Even though cleaning, you can use lemon, like you put it in water spray, the bottle, and then you spray it over and you clean it. Actually, it's very nice. The sensations and the whole environment, you will find it very clean and refreshing by using the lemon. Even though with lemon you can add with tea tree, actually I mix both of it lah. I mix together tea tree and lemon that I just use as my cleaning agent on my kitchen sometimes. It will help to remove those excessive oils where we cook that time. It will have those residue, oil residue in it, and then you just wipe it off. It will really works wonder and it will be clean. And then lemon also lift up our mental alertness and it gives you the focusing when you are trying to work or doing some house chores. It will help to brighten up your days also. Even it will give you the energy in it when you start diffusing it or you use it by cleaning up your walls or your tabletop, everything. This is my experience of lemon. Okay, let's us move on with peppermint. I believe everyone also know about peppermint. Peppermint is very calming, very cooling. The moment my experience of peppermint is whenever it's hot day, I will diffuse peppermint and it gives us the coolness in our surrounding. Our environment will turn very cooling. This is my experience. I no need to switch on my air conditioner. I just use peppermint and it really helps to cool down the whole environment and your body itself. And then at the same time, when you breathe, you find it very refreshing and it supports the clean breathing and it will helps to bring your moods up. It will give you the very refreshing mood and then if you're feeling very down also, you can use peppermint also. Not only using peppermint for your emotional supports, you can use peppermint in your chocolate dishes also. Like me, because I love to do homemade chocolate or homemade sweets or sweets bites lah for my child, because I don't really go outside and buy those packaging chocolate sweets or whatsoever. So I do it myself, like peppermint mint chocolate using dark chocolate. It works well for that also. It tastes very good also. And the next oil is oregano. Oregano, we can link it together with our spaghetti. Whenever we cook spaghetti, actually we can just use oregano and drop it inside, one drop, and cover it. It will smells good and tastes good. Even your child can really differentiate the oregano taste. And then oregano is a very powerful essential oil against the environmental threats also. It helps to support your immune system. And then at the same time, you can dilute it and rub it on your sole of your feet to support your immune system. As for oregano, it's a hot oil, so it's very important that you must remember to dilute oregano with the fractionated coconut oil. Usually we use, let's say we use a bottle of roller, like let's say 10 ml of the coconut oil. Oregano, we no need to drop 10 drops in it. We just need to use half portion of it or less than that, because it's really hot. The moment you apply it, you can really feel the hot. And even oregano, I do diffuse, but I find that I have some similarity with some others member. The moment I diffuse oregano, actually it speeds up my appetite. It makes me hungry very fast also. I heard that some of our members have this experience also. For me, it's the same also. I cannot diffuse oregano. I can use it on cooking only, because it really helps me in digesting, and it makes me to eat more often. I will start to seek for food because I find it hungry. Other than immune system, it really makes me hungry too in a way. And then for oregano oil, they can support your mentality by how to say, willingness and humility. And then if you are facing some stubbornness or negativity, if it helps to enlighten it, it will give you the mental health of like humility and non-attachment to those that unwanted one. I find that oregano is very refreshing in a way. Hot oils, refreshing and very, how to say, to me, my experience is like very pushy. It makes you make you move all the time. This is my experience. Okay, let us go on with blend oil. Previously, the 6 oils is all single oil. Single oil means that it's a single oil in it. However, for blend oil means that there are multiple essential oil in one bottle to target some of the or support some of the health care or the daily use. Let us say about On Guard. On Guard and Easy Air is my first essential oil also. For my first experience itself, I'm using On Guard and Easy Air. My first love is On Guard because during my 2017 time, it was a very tough time for me because my boy, he has congenital heart defects. So that moment of the time, that period, I was facing some issue where I have to prepare him for open heart surgery, and it's very difficult for me to maintain his health is because due to his severe congenital heart defects, it's very difficult for him to fight those viruses and bacteria in his lifestyle. Even though he needs to go out, he's very easily gets those viruses and he will get sick easily. So that moment of time, he's been on like every week he needs to go to our government clinic kesehatan to get a blood test because he's experiencing fever, and antibiotics doesn't help him anymore. And surprisingly, the doctor told me, why not you seek a natural solution for your child to boost his immune system rather than just depend on antibiotics, because we know that antibiotics, they need to be stick onto a schedule. if you didn't finish it, it might cause bad effects to your health. So usually your doctor will tell you finish off your antibiotics if you are needed on antibiotics. So my child was like weekly, every week to go back and have antibiotics. So they doesn't want to give anymore. So they asked me to search for better solution like natural resources. So I have friends that introduced me to Kavita, and then Kavita said, why not try on that? So that time I use roller on his sole and I do diffuse also. So it's like quite often 24/7 I diffuse roller on guard and easy air. Okay, on guard itself, it helps to clean up the air. It helps to boost our immune system. So surprisingly, after using 1 week with his medication and on guard, it helps to improve his health, and he no longer face a fever, and then he no longer needs to go back to clinic kesehatan for blood test. So if I find that it's amazing for me, and I really fall in love with OnGuard. So no matter when, I will just bring OnGuard along with me all the time, especially when he's hospitalized, my boy hospitalized, or we went for outside. I will just bring my OnGuard along. I cannot live without OnGuard. That's why until today, OnGuard is still my first love. And at the same time, OnGuard is very famous during this season, and everyone knows why. And everyone's love OnGuard is because it helps us to support our immune system, and it helps to minimize the seasonal threats that we are facing nowadays. And then at the same time, I find that the moment I use OnGuard, right, it helps to reduce my allergic reaction also, because I have sensitive skins, I have sensitive internally. So I previously, before I use OnGuard, I do use during last year it was last year, because not all my family members accept essential oil. Only I myself, my mom, and my child, they supported it, because we have experienced the oils that make wonders to our health, supports our health. So that period, there are times that my other family members use Dettol sprays surrounding, because the moment we buy things home, we will sanitize our things and everything. So my family member will tend to spray Dettol spray all over the house, and guess what? I have allergy. So the moment I inhale Dettol spray, I get flare up. I feel difficulty in breathing, because I have sensitive issue. So I use OnGuard that time also. I diffuse OnGuard only to support my allergy reaction. So it helps to subside all the flare-ups and everything, and it helps to lighten up my allergy reaction, because some people who have allergy reaction, they will link to asthmatic symptoms. So it's very difficult for me lah. So that time I use OnGuard and Easy Air to support my health, and I surprisingly I doesn't need to go for doctor. I just used to support it, and I find it very amazing in supporting my own health. Of course, I would like to tell everyone is, if you are not feeling well, you still need to see doctor also. Just using OnGuard and Easy Air is for supporting our healthcare. It helps to recover faster. It helps to smoothen down the reactions or the symptoms that you are having. So this is OnGuard, and Easy Air is to clear airways. Is an oil that helps to support our breathing system. It helps to break down our mucus if you are facing if let's say you have a mucus building up on your nose or on your throat, you use it to massage it. Of course, you have to dilute the Easy Air first. After diluting, then you apply it. Then it helps to soothe down your symptoms of building up mucus in your nose or throat. And then at the same time, Easy Air helps to sleep better at night too, because of the cooling effects. It gives you the easy breathing, and it gives you the cooling effects, like cool down your whole body system, and you can sleep better. And it works well with lavender piece also, because it helps to sleep better, easy breathing, everything. So at the same time, Easy Air also helps with the seasonal threats. It minimizes the effects of our seasonal threats besides us, surroundings us, and our environmental. And this is about OnGuard and Easy Air. And let me move on with Genjes. Genjes previously was Digestion. Recently, they just changed the name into Genjes due to our government policy. And Genjes is an oil that helps to support our digestive system. Let's say you have a gas or bloating issue that buildings up, then you can use Genjes. Or you have other issue like gut, let's say gastric or whatever, you can use Genjes, you dilute it and you apply over your stomach. It helps to smoothen down and it helps to remove those gas and bloating. For myself, I love it to use Genjes is on my son. I don't use it very frequent, but because I don't really face gas and bloating issue. But then my son do experience gut issue or stomach issue due to his long-term medications of warfarin. Warfarin is a kind of medication where they uh, they will make our blood thin. It's called as the blood thinner or anticoagulant medication. So for a child to consume warfarin is a very heavy medication, but he has no choice. He has to consume. So in long run, I realized that he always face indigestion. Whenever he has indigestion, it's very difficult for him to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So the moment I know about Genjes, I use Genjes on him. I apply it on his stomach, I dilute it, I apply it over his stomach, and it feels good. And with Genjes, he can consume more compared to previously. He consumed less because he feel bloated, he feel gassy, he can't digest, he feel wanted to vomit. My son really have the incident of he has food or he has water or whatever, he will tend to tell me he wanted to vomit or he really vomit out. So we use Genjes on it, and I find that it really helps to support the digestion issue. Because previously he was under omeprazole. So omeprazole is to protect his stomach before he eats any meals. But then we realized the moment he eat also, he will totally lost his appetite. So the doctor said, try other ways, like you put minyak kapak or whatever. Because during hospitalization, the nurse will bring minyak kapak to me and say, apply it, it helps. So the moment I apply, it helps. So when I discharge and come home, and this is really a long run issue for me. So end up I try out Genjes on him, and it really helps him on this issue. And for other friends sharing that they say that the moment they have morning sickness or nausea or motion sickness, they use Genjes also. It helps to enlighten their issue with all these things. They feel calm and they feel much better after using it. Then let me move on with the next essential oil, that is Deep Blue. Deep Blue is a famous oil for after exercising or before exercising. And this is one of my favorite oils also. The reason I love Deep Blue is not because I exercise very often or I'm a very gym person. I use Deep Blue is also because of my child. Because of warfarin, he tends to have very serious bruises or swollen in leg. Because boy are meant to be very active, playful, cheerful. So my boy is no different with other child. He loves to climb high and low, jump off high, jump off low. So he will get bruises easily. And with warfarin, it causes him more bruises and it will become like swollen. So I use Deep Blue on him, and it helps to recover faster compared to if I don't use it. It will last him for months. Those bruises, it will really last him very long because of the medication he's taking to support his heart. So to support those bruises, I really use Deep Blue, and it really helps to smoothen down. And he will automatically tell me it's time to apply because he feels sometimes the effects of the pain or the discomfort in him for the bruises is very severe. He will just take the Deep Blue by himself and apply over it. It will really help him, and he find that it's cooling. So at the same time, other than bruises, Then we use deep blue for exercise also. After exercise or before exercise, you can apply over your body, your leg, or your muscle, so that after your exercise, you feel those discomfort of it. It helps blood circulation in your body also. And this is about deep blue. And that is all about our top 10 oils. And you will be wondering how much to use essential oil. There are types of essential oils in doTERRA, that is neat oil and the touch series. Neat oil is the oil that it comes in 5 ml and 15 ml bottle. Neat oil is those oil that is not diluted with fractionated coconut oil yet. And we need to dilute it before we apply to our skin or our hand, our face, or our leg. Even though some oils are considered safe to use as neat oil, but then I will still suggest to use with fractionated coconut oil, means further dilute it, because to everyone have different skins situations. Your skin might be able to support the neat oil, which are safe to use without diluting it. However, in long run, you might not know your skin might not able to take it. So it's the best to dilute the essential oils before you apply it on your skin. So for 3 to 12 months, we usually doesn't need to have 10 to 20 drops of essential oil, because neat essential oils are very potent. For such a young newborn, they doesn't need so much of it. You just dilute it in a 10 ml of roller with the coconut oil. You just use 1 to 2 drops is more than enough. And then 1 to 3 years old, 2 to 5 drops. 3 to 7 years old, 3 to 10 drops, and adult 10 to 20 drops. As for another type is the doTERRA Touch series, where at the label there of the bottle, you can see that it's touch. Touch meaning that the company of doTERRA already dilute the neat oil into a roller form, which is safe to use directly for adult. For children, we will prefer you to remove the roller head and further dilute it in another bottle to use for the child below 2 years old, because their skin are sensitive for children, especially newborn to toddler. They are very sensitive on all this skin, so we must be very careful when using it. Okay, how much to use in a diffuser? As mentioned earlier on, for a pedal diffuser, 2 to 4 drops per usage is enough. For a standard room, let's say your standard room is just like your bedroom that is considered a standard room, you just need 2 to 4 drops. As for a living room, let's say you have a big living room, you might up to 8 drops or 10 drops. It depends on the sizes of your room. So you no need to use a lot of drops of it. Actually, 1 drop is also very potent. So it depends on your room sizes. So you don't need to use so much. So this is the pedal diffusers that we have in Malaysia, and it can run up to 12 hours. And Brevy is a limited edition. Currently, they doesn't sell. And another diffuser is the Lumo. If let's say you are asking what is the difference between doTERRA diffusers and outside diffuser, then you have to really check on it, because doTERRA diffusers, they doesn't come with filter sticks. And outside diffusers that I have met with members or friends that asking, actually those outside diffuser might not suitable for you to use for essential oil, as those filter will filter out the essential oil and just diffuse for moisturizing the air only. So this is our diffuser and how we're going to use essential oil in the diffuser. Okay, this is an example of our roller blend. Let's say you want to have a roller blend for yourself. You can use all this as your guidance, like daily support, 10 drops of On Guard and 5 drops 5 drops of frankincense, and then you can drop into a 15 ml bottle of the fractionated coconut oil, and then you just can roll it. If let's say you wondering this recipe can use for this diffuser, actually you can also. It's the same only thing diffuser are using water and roller is using fractionated coconut oil, or some other people will use avocado oil. I myself also use avocado oil because my skin are dry for my leg and hand. So I just use this method. Some people ask, can I use 6 drops frankincense or 8 drops of on guard? Actually, it's up to your personal preferences. Some people prefer frankincense more and on guard lesser. It depends on what are you asking for to support what kind of health issue that you are needed. So you just adjust accordingly to what you need. Like me, I like to use on guard with frankincense where equally, I don't use 10 or 5. I just equally, sometimes this 7, this 8, or both are 7, 7. That's it. I don't really follow all this recipe, but I just blend it myself with what I need to support my health or support my child's health or my mother's health. So this is just an example for guidance only. A very simple guidance for the top 10 oils, where how you're going to use it and how you're going to blend it together in a roller or in a diffuser. There is no right and wrong in mixing the oil for your supporting your health or using it on your diffuser. There is no right or wrong, or there is no fixed method. It's just that you need to go along and see what kind of oil you have on hand and what you want to do with it, what purpose you are using the oil. And if you ask me currently, what is the offer or what is the best, you can have starter kit, where currently we have the diamond class special where we get cypress and free lavender touch, and there is family kit, pedal diffuser plus the fractionated coconut oil, where you can get this offer. And the best one is the home essential kit, where you will get 7 free oils, just paying 1,300. Of course, not everyone will want to buy this home essential kit. It's up to your personal preferences, whether you want to buy kit or you want to buy separately. But this is the best offer currently the doTERRA company is giving out to new members or new enrollees that they wish to have it. So let's say you really want to invest, then you can think about it. And we still have other 2 more kits where I didn't put up in this screen. You actually can contact with your doTERRA individuals that approach you. You can ask them what is the best offer you can have, or what kind of other mix and match that you wish to have. It's up to you, personal preferences. And all these starter kits show on the screen is just references for you, and we are just telling you currently the best offer is the free 7 oils, which is the home essential kit, where you can get lemon, lavender, peppermint, oregano, tea tree, frankincense, on guard, easy air, ginger, and deep blue with this value deal. Because these 7 oils, as I know, for the past 7 or 8 years, they doesn't have such good offer from what I know. And that's all for today. The top 10 oils. Do anyone have any Q&A? Is open up.